welcome to another live session from Pratibim Charitable Trust. Welcome all of you. This is our attempt to connect ancient India to modern society. Pratibim has always believed that the wisdom of ancient India was hidden in beautiful narratives, scriptures, stories to enable the common man to understand secrets of life and wisdom of living life. Unfortunately, over a period of time, the stories remained and the messages got lost. So, here is a humble attempt trying to decode some of the ancient scriptures, some of the ancient mantras, stotras, and try and decipher what they mean for the common man. So, let's go straight into the Hanuman Chalisa. What does the Hanuman Chalisa actually mean for the common man? So let's have a little bit of background. All of us are familiar with the sun, the solar energy that we receive from the sun in the form of heat and light. Sun is visible to us, sun is felt by us, so by our sense organs we can perceive the sun. But have you ever wondered what gave energy to the sun? Imagine your vehicle on the road and the energy supplied to your vehicle is the fuel. It could be petrol, it could be diesel, and you need to fill up your tank with the fuel for your vehicle to be operational on the road. Who is the fuel supplier to the sun? This sun has been gloriously burning for centuries, millions of years. So somewhere the energy must be supplied, supplemented. The answer to that is the cosmic microwave background, CMB, which is pure vibrations. And it is from the pure vibrations of the universe that the sun derives its energy. In common language, we call this energy as God or Bhagwan. And sun is the manifestation of that invisible power which energizes our sun. So in a way, you can say that the sun is the avatar of the original universal power, commonly termed as God. So let's go to the human being. The human being is also an avatar because it is tangible, it is visible, it is perceived. What gives power to this human being? So here is a picture. The power from the sun enables our conscious mind to function because in the light of the sun, we are able to function. In the energy from the sun, the earth is able to produce vegetation. From the vegetation came the animals, and from the animals, the evolution took to the next level, which is the human being. So we have a conscious mind, we become conscious of our surroundings, the tangible created substances in the universe. Then there is a subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the functioning of the brain, and the subconscious mind is the energy that the child is born with. The conscious mind has not started functioning at the time of birth. It is pure energy which delivers the child, and the child is alive and kicking at the time of birth. But the consciousness starts creeping into that person or that baby once it starts interacting with the society represented by the father, mother, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, teachers, so on and so forth. So you will see a map of the world above this picture. So that is the world interacting with this person and creating the conscious mind. So the society mind influences the consciousness of every human being, you and me, and we derive our existence from the presence of the universal consciousness or the universal energy or as we commonly say, God. And then there is Atma inside us, a soul. And in one of my previous live YouTube, I have discussed what the Atma is all about. Let's go to the next subject, which is Ramayana. So again, Ramayana is a story and there is a hidden message behind that story. Let us look at some of the principal characters of Ramayana. So there is Ram. Ram is the avatar, the tangible form, the visible form of the universal energy, pure energy, potentially pure energy, and therefore we all refer to Ram as God, the avatar, the manifestation. Then there is Sita, the companion of God, and Sita is a symbol of purity. Now, the companion of any avatar is the soul. Now, the soul, when born, is supposed to be pure, but it gets tarnished when it comes in contact with the society and the influence of other human beings with their thought processes. So, here is Sita, who lived a life of a human being along with another human being, Ram. Both are avatars. And Sita had her own desires, which is beautifully described in her desire for that golden deer. And that led to the entire Ramayana because she was kidnapped by Ravan when Ram went in search of that golden deer. Then we have the other main character in Ramayana, which is Lakshman, the brother of Ram, who has constantly been along with Ram in all his activities. So he is providing service to Ram. He is the protector. So in you and me, Ram is the pure energy inside us, Sita is the soul inside us, and Lakshman is the conscious mind, constantly accompanying us throughout our journey in this life form. Then you have Hanuman, who is an obedient devotee. He never questions anything, just like our subconscious mind, which never questions anything. It obeys the commands given by either our own conscious mind or anything that is accepted by our conscious mind as a command coming from external environment or an internal stimulus. Then the next character in Ramayana, the important character, is Ravan. And Ravan is a symbol of all our desires, lust, greed, temptation, ego. So this is the one which we have to battle to be able to reach through the avatar form Ram to the ultimate energy, which is God, purification. And let's look at Hanuman. Hanuman is considered to be a monkey. Now, what is a monkey? Monkey is a representation of mischief. So, monkey is supposed to be erratic. It will jump from branch to branch. It will hang by left hand, right hand, by the left foot, the right foot, by the tail. It will play pranks. It will do all sorts of mischief. So, there is a lot of indiscipline in the monkey. So, a common man like you and me, we are like that monkey. Our subconscious mind has become indisciplined by being in the society, and we play a lot of pranks, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. We are erratic, we are random, and therefore we are average human beings. Let's have a look at Hanuman. Hanuman is the obedient, disciplined devotee of Ram. Now, that is a representation of a trained, evolved mind. So, Hanuman is completely devoted to Ram, single-pointed devotion. Hanuman is totally obedient. Whatever assignments are given to Hanuman by Ram, without question, he will carry them out. Even if they are seemingly impossible to accomplish, he will embark on that journey or the duty and he will do his best to accomplish it. So once we understand that the average human mind is an indisciplined monkey and the trained human mind is an obedient Hanuman, then the Hanuman Chalisa becomes easier to understand. So let us go straight into the Hanuman Chalisa, which begins with a doha. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja, Nija Manu Mukuru Sudhari, Baranau Raghubara Jasu, Jodayaku Falachari. बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु कलेस बिकार. Guru is an exalted position. Guru is the source that, or the path that leads to the source. And Guru is supposed to be as pure as the lotus. Why is the lotus considered pure? Because the lotus springs from mud. And though it springs from the mud, it doesn't get tarnished by the mud. So, Saroja Raja Nijamana Mukuru Sudar. The particles coming from Guru, the particles of knowledge and wisdom coming from the Guru, are so powerful that they can polish our contaminated minds and enable us to improve our image. Vimala, Baranau Raghuvara Vimala Jasu. That Vimal word is missing there. Baranau Raghuvara Vimala Jasu Jo Dayaku Falachar. What is Vimal? Malarahit. What is Mal? Mal is dirt. So Vimal means absence of Mal. Baranau Raghuvara Vimala Jasu Jo Dayaku Falachar. This is a description of Ram, the ultimate. गुणगान, श्री राम का वर्णन करो, फल प्रदान करेंगे. जो दायकु फलचारी. Now, falachari is very simple, like a karmachari. What is karmachari? Karmachari is the person who does the karma. So falachari is the person who gives you the fruit. So whatever fruit you get in your life, you deserve it through the law of cause and effect. If you have done something good, you get good results, and if you have done something bad, you get bad results. So jo dayaku falachari. Buddhihina tanu janike sumiro pavana kumar. So again, coming back to the indisciplined monkey who doesn't have the buddhi, acknowledge, understand that you don't have the wisdom or the knowledge of a disciplined, trained person. Buddhihina tanu janike sumiro pavana kumar. Focus your attention on the disciplined quality of Hanuman. Sumiro. Sumiro means smaran karo. Pavana Kumar. Pavana Kumar is Hanuman. Vayu Putra Hanuman. Bala Buddhi Vidya dekar mere klesh, distress or vikar, disease ko mitao. So what are you saying? All my distresses are because of my ignorance, because of my lack of knowledge about the truth of life. So give me the energy, the strength, the intelligence to decipher, and the knowledge that comes to me because I use my intelligence appropriately, which will enable me to get rid of my stresses, my mental stresses, and my diseases, my physical diseases. Somewhere I have, in my earlier live video, I have described psychosomatic. Many of our diseases have their origin in the mind. So when the mind is distressed, it shows on the body. So rid me of my distress of the mind. That will enable me to rid myself of disease of the body. So this is the beginning. But the Chalisa has not begun. Chalisa comes from the word Chalis, which means 40. So there are 40 lines in the Hanuman Chalisa. Let's try and decipher line by line what the Hanuman Chalisa has to tell us. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, Jai Kapisatihu Loka Ujagar, Ramadut Atulit Baldhama, Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama. So this is the first line, as they call it, Chaupai. Gyan Gun Sagar, ocean of knowledge and wisdom. Hanuman is a depiction of ocean of knowledge and wisdom. The Hanuman mind has oceanic capacity to assimilate knowledge and become wise. What does it tell you? You and I, as human beings who are having a huge bank of subconscious mind with immense capacity, unlimited capacity to store in as much information and knowledge as you are willing to assimilate. The keyword being you are willing to assimilate. And there have been experiments done in the world where a child has been taught 3 foreign languages and he becomes a master by the age of 6. So there are records of such experiments having been done in certain countries, which means you have the capacity to all kinds of knowledge. The problem is we are not willing to learn and we are not willing to put in that effort to acquire the knowledge. वानरों का राजा कपिश. It's a community. Vanar. What is Vanar? Subhuman species, less than human species. Therefore, Vanar. Nar is the human species, and Naresh is the evolved human species. So, from Vanar to Nar to Naresh is the evolution from the animal kingdom to the human kingdom to the celestial kingdom. When you reach the celestial kingdom capability in knowledge, then you are capable of understanding the 3 kingdoms, the Devalok, the Bhulok, and the Patalok. In common parlance, we talk of the Prithvi, the Swarga, and the Nark. Devotee of immeasurable strength, son of wind, Anjani Putra Pavanasut Nama. Pavanasut, son of wind, which means the mind is very quick. Your thought can take you from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. Right now, you might be sitting in India and you may want to be in USA. Your mind can take you very quickly to USA. So your mind has immeasurable strength. You do not realize the capability of your mind, the speed of your mind to reach whatever goals and targets you set for yourself. Let's look at the second line. Mahabir Vikram Bajarangi Kumati Nivara Sumati ke Sangi Kanchana Baran Viraj Subesa Kanan Kundal Kunchita Kesa. The script in which this Hanuman Chalisa is written is Awadhi. So, though there is a resemblance to the Hindi language, some of the words are a little different from Hindi. Mahabir means heroic. Bajarangi is actually Vajra ka Anga. Vajra is iron. So strong like iron. So the mind has the capability of becoming strong and resolute. You and I have a mind that can be made strong and resolute to achieve whatever we wish. In the Life and Breath program, we have one affirmation which says, I have the power and the ability to achieve whatever I wish. So this is the meaning in the Hanuman Chalisa as well. Kumati Nivar. Kumati is bad sense, bad reasoning, illogic. Sumati ke Sangi, associate with good sense, good logic. It is illogic that leads us to problems in life. When we meet some guru, when we meet some director, when we meet some teacher who can give us proper reasoning about life, then it is possible for us to dispel our ignorance and become knowledgeable about how to live life. Kanchana Barana Biraja Subesha. Barana means Varna. Kanchan means shining, glowing. Biraja Subesa. Adorned with knowledge. You are shining with knowledge. When you train your mind to acquire knowledge and when you are steadfast and willing to acquire knowledge, the knowledge shines through you. And you will see that in children in your house when they start growing up and when they are paying attention to their studies and they start acquiring knowledge, slowly you will see the glow of knowledge in the form of their speech and their conduct. Now, the earrings in Indian culture are a sign of spiritual awakening. Piercing the ears and having earrings is a sign of spiritual awakening. Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesa. Kunchita, curly hair, significant of constant vibrations in which you are existing, in which your brain is supposed to be trained in the continuous flow of energy in the form of vibrations. The vibrations are existing in the universe and your brain is constantly vibrating, your body is constantly vibrating, your entire system in the body is vibrating, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, all the systems are constantly in vibrations. The problem is I am not conscious of these vibrations. The problem is I am not paying attention to these vibrations. The problem is because my conscious mind is scattered and getting disturbed by external circumstances, my subconscious mind does not take advantage of getting trained by the conscious mind. I do not train my subconscious mind consciously. One of the easiest example for you to understand this process of training the subconscious mind, take your right hand and your left hand. So if you are habituated to writing with your right hand from childhood, and you can sign your signature by using a pen or a pencil in the right hand, your left hand is not so proficient. So what happened? The cells in your right hand acquired the capability of holding a pen and writing ABCD and putting a signature on paper through the practice that you cultivated from childhood. Unfortunately, you did not allow your left hand to cultivate the same practice, and today your left hand does not have the same proficiency in writing or in signing, which your right hand has cultivated, and vice versa for the left handed people. So, curly hair is significant of constant vibration, which means constant availability of knowledge to you. Problem is, I am not aware that the knowledge is constantly available to me, or even if I am aware of it, I'm not bothered to acquire knowledge continuously. I have stopped acquiring knowledge after I have reached certain level. If I have acquired a degree, I am happy with my degree. I don't want to enhance my knowledge beyond that degree. I stop learning at some stage in life. हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन. So as we saw, Vajra Ang, powerful, unshakable. So your mind is capable of becoming powerful and unshakable. And it will uphold the flag, Dhwaja is flag, of your unshakability, your resolution of being true to the Lord. What is the purpose of your existence? To be true, for which you have been sent on this earth. It is like an employee being employed by a management to discharge certain functions. So you are an employee of that prana energy sent on earth for certain functions. Now, if an employee is not truthful to the organization that employs him, then he is a traitor. So when we forget the purpose of our existence on earth, then we are not true to the Lord. The scriptures, the shlokas, the mantras, all these are trying to tell us, be true to the Lord in different forms. Today we are talking of the Hanuman Chalisa. Now, Munj is the thread ceremony that is being practiced in India. It's a commitment to protect oneself and family. So when you are doing Munj, Kandhe Munj Janeu Saje, that thread binds you to the commitment to protect yourself and your family. Now, your family can be very small. It could be you alone, and it could be you and your wife, or you and your parents, and it could be the entire community, or it could be the entire world. As we say in India, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So my family could be as big or as small as I want it to be, depending on what is my capability. Sankara Suvana. Sankar is Shiva. Shiva is pure energy. And Hanuman is supposed to be the avatar of Shiva. Swayam Shiva in the form of Kesari Nandan. Kesari is the physical father, the biological father of Hanuman. And Tej Pratap Mahajagabandhan. The effulgence, if you read stories about Shiva, the deity, the opening of the third eye, means becoming knowledgeable about the truth of life. When the light of truth of life comes on, the darkness is gone. The darkness of physical existence, the darkness of Maya, the darkness of Mithya, the darkness of my limited life from the date of my birth to the date of my passing away from this body, all this disappears. When I become knowledgeable about the truth of life, Life is infinite, life is eternal. My body is perishable, life is imperishable. When I become aware of this knowledge, the fear of my physical existence vanishes. Vidyavan guni ati chatur, Ramakaj karibeko atur. The virtuous and the smart mind will acquire knowledge of the true self by eagerly doing the work of the Lord. How will I reach the ultimate goal? By sincerely doing what I am designed to do. So, right from my school days, if I am sincerely studying ABCD, if I am sincerely studying arithmetic, if I am sincerely studying physics, chemistry, biology, history, geography, eventually I will pass my school leaving certificate. And then I will get on to university where I will graduate, become a postgraduate, become a PhD, and so on and so forth. So there is a logical progression of increase in my knowledge. I have the capability. I may not have the willpower. I may not have the discipline. I may not have the uh, intention of pursuing. How? By constantly listening to Lord's characteristics. Prabhu Charitra Suni Bheko Rasiya. I am constantly listening to the characteristics of the Lord and trying to emulate the Lord by constantly listening to the Lord's characteristics. Contemplating on the qualities of Ram. Ram Lakhan Sita Manabasiya. Applying logic in the conscious mind, Lakshman, and cultivating the qualities of Sita, programming the conscious mind, subconscious mind. So my route to the Lord is through my conscious mind, Lakshman, and Sita, the subconscious mind, the programming of the subconscious mind. Hanuman is the subconscious mind. Sita is the programming of the subconscious mind. Sita can be tarnished, like the desire that Sita expressed to acquire the Suvarna Mrug, and Sita can be tarnished in the opinion of the public that she was in Ravan's captivity. So how come you are sure of the purity of Sita? And Sita has to go through the Agni Pariksha to prove her purity. So your subconscious mind has to go through the difficulty of bringing back Sita from the captivity of Ravana and projecting her to be a pure soul, which is the only way that will give you nirvana or moksha or route to Rama. सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंह दिखावा, बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे. Now look at Hanuman. In one of the episodes, he has been asked to take a small symbol of Ram's advent towards Lanka and give it to Sita, not knowing where Sita is. So Hanuman does a colossal feat of jumping across the ocean. Now, suppose you and I do some fantastic feat or we achieve some great accolades in our life. Our chest will puff up. We will try to show off in the world. We will have interviews. We will have videos. We will have our photographs splashed over a lot of media. And we will take credit for our achievements. But here, Hanuman has done a fantastic feat of jumping across the ocean, landing in Sri Lanka, discovering Sita in the captivity of the Rakshasas in Ashokvan. And if he has to reach Sita, he has to reach Sita undiscovered. How does he manage that? Sukshma Roop. He reduces himself, he shrinks his size. So he goes unnoticed and approaches Sita and hands over the ring, Mudrika, or the coin that Ram has given, as I am the Doot of Ram and I have been sent by Ram to tell you that Ram is on the way. So he shrunk himself after performing a great feat. You and I will not shrink our egos will get inflated. So here is a message: even if you do great feats in life, stay rooted to the ground, stay humble, don't let your ego inflate. Only then you can reach the qualities of Sita, which is humility, purity, nobility, honesty, whatever. You can look at Sita from any angle of good virtues of human beings. If you want to acquire the good virtues of the human being, You have to make yourself humble. You can't allow your ego to inflate. So that's the first line. Sukshma roop dhari siyahi dikhawa, bikata roop dhali rank jarawa. Now there is a temptation in Lanka. It's a city of gold. There is a lot of glitter and glamour. Any ordinary person can get tempted. Okay, let me shift from one party to another. They are offering me 5 crores. They are offering me 10 crores. So I shift my allegiance. I get tempted. Hanuman never got tempted. Lanka Jarawa, he burnt the glitter and glamour. So burn your temptations. That is the message in this line. If you want to conquer yourself, burn your temptations. Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Sahare. When Ravan ordered Hanuman's tail to be burnt, Hanuman used Ravan's resources to burn Ravan's Lanka. Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Sahare. Asura. Asur means lack of harmony. Burn the lack of harmony in your mind. Conquer your desires, conquer your temptations, conquer your greed, conquer your lust. Why? That is the only way to perform the duties of the Lord which were assigned to you when you were sent on earth in this human form. So become humble. Only humility will enable one to get the qualities of Sita. Become overpowering, Bhimaru. Burn the negative temptations and tendencies of Lanka. That is the only work designed to assign to every human form, which is our dharma. Dharma is duty. लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई. Sajivan is what? It is a jadi booty from the Meru Parbat, purifying influence of the conscious mind. Remember, Lakshman was injured in the battle and he was unconscious, and Ram assigned the task to Hanuman. Go and get that special jadi booty from Meru Parvat. And Hanuman went to Meru Parvat. He didn't have the knowledge of what is that jadi booty. He brought the entire Meru Parvat. So now this sounds silly if you say, how can a monkey carry a mountain on his hands? It is not monkey and mountain. It is your mind capable of doing impossible feats to achieve great success. And you will see this in life around you. You will see people coming out from hopeless situations and reaching the pinnacles in their life. The recent example is Yashasvi Jaiswal, who is playing cricket for India today. He overcame terrible conditions from childhood till he reached Mumbai and got an opportunity to play cricket, and see where he has landed. So the Hanuman is your subconscious mind. The Meru Parvat is the impossible task, and your mind is capable of doing these impossible tasks if you set your willpower to it. Homecoming gives pleasure to the parents. So when Ram saw Hanuman coming back with the Meru Parvat, he was happy that here is the opportunity to revive my Lakshman. So you all, and me included, have the opportunity of reviving our conscious mind, which has been misled by society. Look at human beings, how they are getting misled. They are getting misled by bribery. They are getting misled by corruption. They are getting misled by temptations. You see the amount of advertisements that are coming on Dream 11 and playing all sorts of Lido, opportunity to make quick money. So the carrot is dangled in front of your eyes. Your conscious mind has been succumbing to all these temptations. So here is the Lord happy that I can revive my conscious mind and bring him on the path. And therefore he says to Hanuman, you are like Bharat, that devoted brother of mine who did not usurp my power even when I am sent into Vanvas, and he is ruling my Rajya in my place and in my name without sitting on the throne. Bharat hi samabai. Bharat is a symbol of a trusted brother, faith, who would not usurp the empire when Ram was banished to Vanvas. Hanuman, the trained and devoted subconscious mind, is akin to a trusted brother of the Lord. The subconscious mind is the route to the Lord. We have allowed our subconscious mind to get tarnished by our conscious mind, which in turn was tarnished by the society around us. When people teach us wrong things, when people teach us hatred, when people teach us violence, when people teach us corruption, the conscious mind gets corrupted and that gets absorbed by my subconscious mind, which later on becomes my conduct. How did I become corrupt? I was not born corrupt. I was trained to be corrupt. How did I become violent? I was not born violent. I was trained to become violent. I was not born a murderer. I was trained to become a murderer by circumstances which the society imposed on me. सहस बदन तुमरो जस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे. सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा. Thousands of followers will sing praises of a pure mind. You will see that all the saints of India went through difficult times, but they were undeterred. They were steadfast in their purpose. They were in utter poverty, but they never got tempted by the lure of wealth. They believed in the principle, they stuck to the principle, and they had thousands of followers singing praises of a pure mind. Saying this, Ram embraces Hanuman. The Lord embraces a purified mind. When your mind is purified, you are on your way to meet the Lord. You are on your way to glorification. You are on your way to nirvana. You are on your way to moksha. You are on your way to self-realization. So all this is asakahi Shripati Kanth Lagave. Sanakadik Brahmadi Munisa Narada Sarada Sahita Isa. None of the great poets on earth can capture your qualities in mere words. You go beyond the capability of language and words. Sometimes we use this sentence, no, oh, I am so ecstatic that I cannot describe in words. Why can I not describe in words? Because what I feel within is beyond the capability of my vocabulary. So all the great poets and authors on this earth cannot describe in words the pure mind. जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहां ते, कभी को विद कही सके कहां ते. तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीना. In continuation with the previous stanza, all the gods, evolved celestial beings, find words inadequate to describe the virtues and capabilities of a great mind. And therefore you will find that all the scholars, all the philosophers, all the swamis and the gurus, they don't describe each other. They accept each other as evolved souls. Here Hanuman represents a fair and just mind that obliges the downtrodden. Example of downtrodden is Sugriv. Who is Sugriv? He is supposed to be the king of the Kapish tribe, the monkeys. But he has been dethroned by Bali, who is extremely powerful but a crooked king. Hanuman brings Sugriv to Ram and with the help of Ram banishes or kills Bali and re-establishes Sugriv as the rightful king of the Vanar kingdom. So, Hanuman represents a fair and just mind that obliges the downtrodden by bringing them to the Lord Ram, who dispenses justice. Pure minds oblige in a fight for justice. Pure minds do not get corrupted. Pure minds do not get swayed by temptation. Pure minds cannot be brought over. तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना. जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानो. The positive qualities represented by Vibhishan, a brother of Ravan, which got overpowered. And usually you will see in life that the evil generally tend to overpower the good because the good people do not have the willpower to stand against the evil. The good people have a lot of patience, they have a lot of tolerance. The evil people are intolerant because they want power and wealth quickly. But the day the good people decide to stand against the evil, you will see that the evil is ultimately destroyed. So here is an example of Vibhishan surviving, Ravan perished. The positive qualities of Tumro Mantra Vibhishan Mana. So when Hanuman convinces Vibhishan to surrender to Ram, then Vibhishan got established as the king of Lanka after Ravan was destroyed. Lankeshwar. Lankeshwar was terrorizing the world around him, just like the evil people terrorize the good people around us in our society. The willpower of such a person is weak. In association with a strong mind represented by Hanuman, that weak person gets rejuvenated after being devoted to the Lord Ram. So this is the first line. The second line says Yug. Yug is equal to 12,000 years. Sahasra is 1,000. Yojana is 7.756 miles. You multiply the three, you get a total of 93,072,000 miles. The current modern day measurement of NASA of the distance between the Earth and the Sun is 93 million miles. Now, what is the connection of Earth and Sun? As a child, Hanuman had ventured to swallow the sun, thinking that it is a madhura fal janu. Lilyo tahi madhura fal janu. So the distance was measured in those ancient times in India. And this is the beauty of ancient Indian text, that the knowledge is hidden in our ancient Indian text, and we are simply chanting the Hanuman Chalisa without understanding the knowledge. Now, what is the significance of the subconscious mind trying to swallow the sun? Hanuman represents the subconscious mind, sun represents the avatar or the visible power. So your mind has the capability of acquiring all the power and energy that exists in the universe. The sun is the ultimate energy in our solar system. So don't restrict yourself to limited achievements. Oh, I have become assistant manager in my place of work and I am happy. You are much more, you are much bigger than just an assistant manager in a particular organization. You have a capability of taking a leap to swallow the sun. Take that leap. प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते. If you have the Lord's name on your lips constantly, then you can cross the oceanic distances and not surprisingly overcome difficulties. So this comes from Hanuman carrying the coin or the ring given by Ram when he jumped from India to Sri Lanka, crossing the ocean in one leap, which means your mind, if it is constantly devoted to the Lord, will acquire the power and the capability and the perseverance and the resistance to overcome any kind of difficulty to achieve your objective. Prabhu Mudrika Meli Mukhmai, keep the Lord's name in your lips. Then you can overcome the greatest of distances. No surprise in that. Difficult tasks become easy with the grace of a Hanuman mind. Hanuman mind, balanced mind. Durgam kaj jagat ke jete, sugam anugrah tumre dete. Difficult tasks become easy when you have a balanced and disciplined mind represented by Hanuman. So I'm going to stop here because I have covered 10 lines of the 20 lines of the Hanuman Chalisa, 2 lines per stanza. The remaining 20 lines I will cover next Saturday. Otherwise, this video becomes extremely long and then people start getting bored. So, break ke baad, as they say, we meet next week, Saturday, 6th April 2024, for the remaining chopais. Thank you for attending today, and I'm happy that we could throw some light on the Hanuman Chalisa from the common man's point of view. Namaste.